Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boating with Tomorrow's Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy.
And I'm Denise. And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Good morning, Huntsville. Karen, I just put you on the spot.
I know you did.
But we've been flowing now for almost a year, so you knew that something was going to happen.
Yes.
See, this is why we love just consistency on the show. If it was changing up all the time, it would just be hard for me. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
It's getting easier. So here we are, episode 254.
Wow.
Can you believe that? 254. We're into this. Divide that by 5, and that's almost how many times you guys have been on.
Yeah.
We need to start paying you for this, Karen.
I agree. I think that sounds like a good idea.
I think the first year you guys, paid us to be here. Now we just need to flip the script.
Exactly. Or you can get us that cookie machine for the credit union.
That's right. It's on the way.
We can work that out.
Got that thing ordered on back order right now. Did you know that there truthfully is someone was trying to pass this in the government with McDonald's and the ice cream machines, that they're always broken. Have you heard this controversy?
I have not, but I do know. I've heard people say all the time that they're broken.
There is, and the deal with it is, apparently, there is one vendor that does those. There's one vendor that does those machines, and so they have a monopoly over it. And apparently, somebody was like trying to bring this to the House or Senate, or I should go back to my history, I guess, in junior high and high school. I forget how it works. I know there's 3 branches, and it's got to go through one to the other to the other. But
seriously, this is what our government's working on, is the ice cream machine?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, so Karen and I are going to go work on the ice cream machine situation. We're done. Well, have a great Monday, everyone. No, welcome in, everybody. We hope that you are off to a wonderful and a very, very blessed Monday. Beautiful day getting started. It's a little humid outside, but I think we're going to have a great day. I haven't even checked the weather yet. This is going to be one of those fake meteorology reports, where I act like I know. Beautiful day today, sunny skies and a high of 83. That's my guess. What do you think, Karen?
That sounds good to me.
All right, let's go get the official weather report, because who knows, it may be a chance of severe thunderstorms and a high of 50. I have no idea. So we'll get the official weather report. Okay, I lied to you. It's mostly cloudy today, but I was close. A high of 81. So not bad. It's a good weather forecast. We're going to have mostly cloudy. It'll remain cloudy. In fact, here's what's crazy. As we look at the 7 or the 5 day, it's going to remain mostly cloudy the entire week, but no rain is in the forecast. That's kind of weird. Cloudy, but no rain. But highs will hover in the low to mid 80s all week, and it's going to be kind of a weird muggy morning like it was this morning. You ever have those mornings you drive in and you just can't seem to get your windshield to dry off? That's what it was this morning because of the humidity. So
kind of sticky.
That's the way it was. But you know what? Things aren't sticky here. We're off to a good start. We want to welcome you in. Let us know that you're out there. Huntsville, as always, we love you and appreciate you. Do us a huge favor as we get started here on this non-mimosa magnificent Monday. Make sure that you like and share this broadcast and help us spread the good. Again, episode 254. As we are rolling here on April the 15th. Big shout-out, as always, to Paul Oley of the Gallery. Good morning, Paul. We love you, man. Always good to see you. And thank you especially to Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com. We appreciate the generous support from Elliot and all that he does in the community for all of your custom jewelry. Go to his website, elliotsjewelers.com. And, of course, on this Monday, a huge, huge, huge thank you to our great friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Karen, good to see you this morning, Karen.
Good to see you, Rob.
I didn't get my official handshake, so.
I didn't get my mimosa either, so here we go.
one day it'll happen. Maybe Val can come back on sometime.
Maybe she will.
Yeah, maybe Val can show up with something sometime. We have a great show lined up today. Our friend Sandee Harding joining us from the Huntsville Junior Service League. They're going to be talking about an event that they have coming up. Bridget Maloney may be here as well. We appreciate her for organizing and scheduling and setting up these interviews with us. And so we're going to talk about all the good things happening here in our community, as we always do. And Karen, you were a part of a really great event. It's an event that we absolutely wish didn't have to happen, but it's a very important event. And tell us about what you did on Saturday night.
Saturday was the Peyton Irwin Foundation Pineapple Run. It was disco themed. It was a night race. The last count that I heard officially was 443, and those were people that actually signed up. So any late people that came in to register, so they may have made it to 450. I haven't checked with Deanna to find out for sure, but it was a great turnout.
Yeah, you
Lots
guys,
of fun.
Walker County Federal has been just a tremendous supporter of that for these these last few years, the 5 years now, and
They recognize the 5-year people that have been sponsoring them all 5 years, and yes, we were one of them, along with a lot of other people in the community. So that's awesome.
yeah, and I think you had mentioned the numbers. I think it was a record breaking crowd this year. Deanna said they were expecting close to 500, and they got pretty close to it.
Yes, they did.
And the first year doing a night run. So do you just kind of hang out, or do you walk? Do you do any of those things? Do you run?
I volunteer, so I don't participate in the race. But if I did, I would walk because I don't run.
I would probably. What's even slower than walking? What would you call that? Because I don't run. Kind of meander. Is that a good word?
Yeah, lollygag.
Lollygag. I'm so glad that you brought this up. See, this is why I love what we do, Karen, because you and I sit down and we talk about a couple of things that we know that we're going to talk about, but then we just flow.
It just off the cuff. You never know.
Bridget Maloney's here, so I got to be careful because I was about to say, Bridget, I love you, sweetheart. And Bridget Maloney's going, what are you talking about, Rob?
We love you too, Bridget Maloney.
But my Bridget, it was funny, and Bridget, I'm sorry, sweetheart, that I did this, but it was Sunday. We were kind of going slow a little bit, and sometimes I'm normally the one that goes slow, getting ready. But this morning, Bridget was taking a little bit longer, and that's okay. It happens. We have children. She's getting the kids ready. And you have to be careful when your children are with you, especially at, 2, a little over 2, because Braylon has always been a little minor bird. Number one, she's a teacher's pet. Every time I go pick her up, she's like sitting right next to the teacher. So I was like, that's very smart, sweetheart. Continue to do that. But she repeats everything. And when the teacher talks, they told me at Tomorrow's Promise, she goes, oh, it's so funny. Everything that we say, she'll say it back to the children. It's like, she was like, okay, sit down, Tommy. And Brandon's like, sit down, Tommy. Yes. That may get her in trouble later. It's cute right now. But I was just under my breath. I said, oh, come on, Bridget, quit lollygagging around. What did Braylon say?
Uh-oh.
Mommy
She said, Mommy, quit lollygagging.
Yes, Mommy gets in and she says, Mama, you're lollygagging. And so, that when you said that word this morning, so just be very careful, and it wasn't anything bad or anything. I thought it was funny. I sat there and laughed. I was like, what did you just say, Braylon? Mama, quit lollygagging. So that's what I would do at the race, though. I definitely would not run. I wouldn't walk. I would lollygag.
And meander.
Yeah. We have to have Billy Coffin in here because those are words that he could probably give us the history of where they came from.
Yes. I'd be interested to hear about that.
Like meander. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Was this like some guys back in the 1800s in a saloon just sitting there and they're like, we're just going to meander around today?
Probably so.
It's definitely an East Texas word.
Definitely East Texas.
So, well, Huntsville, let us know that you're out there today as we celebrate all good things happening here in our community. Again, we will have Sandee Harding joining us here in just a little bit. Bridget Maloney here as well. We appreciate the interviews and the opportunity to highlight all these great events that are happening here in our community. Today is a day that I'm not a fan of because we seem to never get it under control. What do you think today may be the national day of? With the clue, Bridget and I just seem to not be able to get this under control. What would you say? It's a clue for you this morning.
National Be On Time Day?
That would be a good one. That's one we can't get under control. Although this morning, I was telling you,
yes,
the kids, man, nobody was fussing this morning. Braylon got up. I mean, I didn't have one single cry. It was a miracle this morning. Had the children dropped off by 6:45 at Tomorrow's Promise. Time would be good, but there's another one. What is something that families deal with? It's nothing bad, by the way, but what is something that families deal with, especially with children? And the more children you have, the more of this problem you would have. That just seems like you could never get it under control.
I'm stumped. I don't know.
Not sickness. I'll give you a hint. It's usually you have two of these in your home. One serves one purpose and one serves another purpose, but they're related. Man, I'm really pulling out the hints here today.
I know we've got Bridget and Sandee stumped too.
Yeah, this is good. This is really good. It's the National Day of something. It starts with a W. It could start with a W, but it's not watch. Sandee said watch television. So it's something that we, sometimes we do it maybe a couple of times a week. But
Wine?
Well, yeah. The drink or crying?
Crying.
You're like, what? No, that's every day. What was laundry? There you go. Yep, there we go. Bridget Maloney got it. It's National Laundry Day today, and I'm hoping that means you don't celebrate washing your clothes.
Yeah, why have that on a Monday? That needs to be a Sunday thing.
It needs to never be a thing because the laundry has 70% fallen into my lap now, and it's not easy. I took for granted, again, I'm going to say apologies to my wife. I took for granted how much, and I knew that Bridget did a ton around the house, but now that she's also working full time, man, I really took for granted it's like a constant having to pick up the house, having to vacuum, and I'm not a fan of those dumb little Roombas. Those things are they need to take every one of those things, just like Dr. Seuss, and throw that in the garbage. You know how I feel about Dr. Seuss already, right? We've had this discussion. That goes right into the same funnel with Dr. Seuss. Those Roomba vacuums, a complete waste. And for those of you that are wondering why I'm hating on the Dr. Seuss, they're just so long, and I just don't like the rhyming. And I told Braylon last night, she picked out a book, and I said, do not pick out Dr. Seuss. I hid all the Dr. Seuss books under her bed. She crawled under there and dug them all out.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I'm not going to throw them away but yeah, the Roombas are terrible. Do yourself a favor, get a Dyson, and in literally a tenth of the amount of time it takes that dumb Roomba to aimlessly wander around your floor, you could have the whole house done with those the stick vacs. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Those things are one of the greatest inventions, those stick vacs. So I have no idea why we're talking about this morning, but there you go. So it is National Laundry Day today. It's also National Glazed Spiral Ham Day today. Are you a big spiral glazed ham?
Not really. No, I'm not.
Not a ham. What's your favorite? Like a steak, a good steak?
I'm not really a meat person at all.
Not a meat person.
Yeah, so I can take it or leave it.
Okay. It is also today National Titanic Remembrance Day. Very important day. The other day I was flipping through the channels. How often do you watch live TV? Probably not a whole lot, right?
Not usually ever.
We have YouTube TV, and I was flipping through, and every once in a while, I like to do that because it kind of stirs your brain up about something you haven't seen in a long time. And guess what was just starting? Titanic, man. And I had it. We're just like, why are you starting that at like 10 o'clock at night? That thing won't be over till 1 in the morning. So she turned it on me after 20 minutes into it. It's also National Rubber Eraser Day today. Who thinks of this stuff?
Yeah, who came up with that?
And can you guess what also is today?
National Take a Wild Guess Day.
National Take a Wild Guess Day today as well. And, hey, by the way, it's one of those wonderful, it's April the 15th. You know what you should have done already?
Your taxes.
Every year, I had Nancy from Tax Express help us out. Mm-hmm. Here's the honesty of Huntsville and why I love this community. She does taxes. And I said, well, here's what I have. And this was 4 or 5 years ago. And Nancy said, hey, that's a little bit more than what we normally handle. And she referred me to someone else. And that person's been, so that's just the honesty of, she goes, now, if it was this, I could help you. But since you have this, this, and this, multiple layers, like my taxes are like what is that, 7-layer bean dip?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a 7-layer bean dip of stuff. I have no idea how to do it.
I just gave mine to Nancy like 2 weeks ago, so I'll be doing an extension.
Yeah. I got the email on Saturday from our friends that do ours, and she's like, extension filed.
Yeah.
I do it every year. And, my accountant years ago back in Georgetown had told me he always made it to where I got nothing back. And the reason is because throughout the year, he taught me how to maximize what I did. He goes, if you're getting money back, which is nice, but he goes, that's because you paid too much into it. And he goes, and then the government's making money on your money. So he said, you should just always try to get zero back. And I said, but that's no fun. I still like to get something back. But he helped me throughout the year. So during the year, I was able to have a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But I'd rather just get it in. It's kind of like a surprise. Like, I didn't know I had a couple $100 waiting for me.
Right. It would be nice.
And I'm kind of worried this year I'm probably going to owe. So we won't talk about that anymore.
And it's also Trivia Day. So be sure. See you tonight at 6 o'clock at Rodeo. Get there a little bit early.
Does Bridget show up to these trivia days?
She does sometimes, yes.
All right. Well, there it is. Get out to Rodeo, 6 o'clock tonight. We'll take a break. We'll talk more about the Junior Service League, some great events that are on the horizon here in our community. And Karen, I took the executive decision, but I knew that you'd be okay with this morning. I did the executive decision on this one. What's our keyword?
Happy.
Do you like that little video? Look at those little guys just
Oh, yeah, the little smiley faces.
floating around.
They're so happy.
Reminds me of Bob Ross. Oh, a little happy cloud, a little happy. It's kind of, those don't look really happy this morning, though. So.
They really don't.
Keyword is happy. And, man, you know, when I give away money, it's got to come out of my own pocket. I tried to partner up with, I thought someone out there would just give us money every day that we could give away, but that doesn't happen. So then I have to give it away.
I wonder why.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. But I will tell you what works. Our great friends at Cafe Texan have provided us more gift cards. So
awesome.
Big shout out to them.
Can't go wrong with that.
So we're going to give away a Cafe Texan gift card today. And all you got to do is text in the keyword happy on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. That number, 936-339-0139. Again, happy along with your name, 936-339-0139. As always, our shows on the non-Mimosa Mondays brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your experts.
Unfortunately.
Bridget and Sandy don't know the inside information. We would always, Karen and I used to say we wish it was a Mimosa Monday, but it's never a Mimosa Monday, so it's non-Mimosa Mondays here on the show.
Except that one time.
Yeah, kind of. You know, we don't
yeah.
let the cat out of the bag on that. But there
kind of.
could have been a mimosa that showed up here. We don't know.
Perhaps.
We've heard.
It may have happened.
May have not happened.
May have not.
So, a big shout out to Walker County Federal Credit Union for all things financial in this community. Check them out. If there's something that they can't offer you, they're going to tell you, but they'll set you in the right direction. But more than likely, they can cover you from your business to your personal needs, loans, and much more. They will provide the best service here in this community. Why do I say that? Well, because I bank there, and we have several accounts, a couple of loans there, and I was doing that long before this show. So it's nothing to do with you guys hopping in here, sponsoring what we do. We'll step aside, though, and take a break. Stay with us. We've got to listen at your national news and more. And the Junior Service League joins us on the other side. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm Ryan Daniels. Donald Trump set to make history as the first former president to face trial in a criminal case. USA's John Schaefer has more.
Jury selection for Trump's alleged hush money case, taking place in New York City, will begin on Monday. The accusation against Trump involves falsifying business records to conceal a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election.
Israel vowing to respond to Iran's drone and missile attack over the weekend. An aide to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said no final decisions have been made on the type or timing of that response. In the U.S., the National Security Council spokesman at the White House says many folks fail to understand what really happened Saturday.
The United States and other partners that helped Israel defend itself against more than 300 drones and missiles. I mean, it's just an extraordinary example of military superiority.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby on with NBC's Meet the Press Sunday. The Republican chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee says Israel needs to follow up this weekend's success.
One option would be to take out the facilities where these drones and rockets came from and also destroy the manufacturing facilities that build the drones and rockets.
Texas Republican Congressman Michael McCall on with CBS Face the Nation. Sentencing for Rust armor Hannah Gutierrez is set for Monday. She faces 18 months in prison on charges of negligence for loading live ammo into a prop gun on set that ultimately was used by actor Alec Baldwin and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Ahead of sentencing, prosecutors are claiming Gutierrez has shown little genuine remorse. They claim she has not accepted responsibility either. Alec Baldwin has also been charged with involuntary manslaughter and is scheduled to head to trial in July. This is USA News.
Listen up, ladies and gents. Are you or a special someone taking prescription meds to treat ED? Everyone knows how well they can work, but did you know that with one free call, you can start saving hundreds of dollars on every prescription order? Gone are the days of paying $30 plus per pill. Now, for less than $2 per pill, you can get sildenafil, the active ingredient in your ED meds, in generic 20-milligram tablets. That's right, for less than $2 a pill, you can get the exact same results. Each order is discreetly delivered right to your door. There's even a money-back guarantee. Remember, you don't need to pay big prices to get big results. We'll save you hundreds of dollars on the exact same active ingredient. We deliver generic sildenafil for less than $2 a pill right to your door with a no questions asked money back guarantee. Call right now at 1-800-273-4776. That's 1-800-273-4776. Again, 1-800-273-4776. Call right now.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget, and as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com. Trendsetters, join me in welcoming Abby from the Color Bar, the ultimate destination for a fresh look in 2024.
Excited to be here, Rob. We're transforming styles with the latest Bellamy extensions and vibrant colors.
Tell us about these game-changing extensions and the vibe for the new year.
With Bellamy's range and our unique color palette, everyone can find their perfect style. Think bold reds and chic pastels for 2024.
And the deals?
We're offering special financing on extensions and a complimentary conditioning with any color service in January.
Abby, how can listeners join in?
Well, that's easy. They can just visit colorbartx.com or call us at 936-439-4972. We're in Huntsville and Conroe, ready to make your year stunning.
Thanks, Abby. Folks, don't wait to reinvent yourself with the Color Bar's Bellamy magic. Hey, good news, everybody. 7:58, and that means if you have to be at work, you still have a little bit of time to get there today. That's always a running joke here. By the way, if you had to be there at 8, you are actually considered late in my book, because if you're 5 minutes early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, you're fired. That was the old saying back in my IT business. But hey, and it worked well. I had great employees, for almost, 13 years. Had one guy work there for 8 years. I don't know why, but he did. And anyways, here we are. Welcome back at it. Good to have you. Oh, hey, look at that. There we go. Bridget Maloney back with us.
Yeah.
Frequent visitor here on the show. We had to start paying Bridget big bucks to be here. And she said, Rob, I'll come by every week. And so we just got this running. We pay her, I think we're at $1 a week now.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it's going up to $2 if you don't start doing this a little later in the day.
Yeah. So we're up. But Sandee Harding joining us again. Second time guest on the show. First time in person, right?
Yes. First time in person.
Well,
Before it was virtual. So
awesome. Well, here she goes.
Awesome to be here.
Yeah. We had such a wonderful time. My goodness, how long ago was it? Maybe half a year ago, 6 months, 7 months ago?
At least, probably. Maybe almost a year ago.
Yeah, because we just, it was kind of right after we got started, and we've been on almost a year now. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, right after you got started. So you and Elliot and hung out with y'all for a little bit.
Yeah, and we did it all remotely. It was a lot of fun. Well, Sandee, you've been here in this community for a hot minute. Tell us, I know that we talked to you, it's been a while, but kind of give us a little bit of rundown about you and just your involvement and how you got here to Huntsville and all those good things.
Actually, I was born and raised here.
See, that's the easiest way to get here, right?
I was born and raised here. Married a man that was born and raised here. So we will be here forever. Yes. Be here forever. But community involvement is something that's very dear to me. So I've actually been Junior Service League for going on about 14 years. Most people, it's you go out after 7, and I love the community involvement. And so I've always stuck with it because I've met so many wonderful people through it, so many different opportunities. I know everybody says, you'll sustain, you'll still do it. And, I just feel like that it just keeps me grounded in that volunteering and stuff like that. So I just keep on going. I think this is my 3rd year as president, maybe. I don't remember. I have a blast. I love doing it. My husband and I joke. He says, well, are you ever going to sustain? And I said, are you ever going to quit hunting? And just kind of goes on, So it's just one of those things that I feel like volunteering is one that this keeps me dedicated to it. It gives me fantastic opportunities to not only for myself, but to help others and to interact with others and meet others and teach my children. You need to give back. Helping others that's really what we are called to do. And so at the end of the day, it just is an opportunity that I just continue to be blessed by and hope that it blesses others.
I'm a big space nerd, and so whenever I first heard of the Junior Service League, I kept getting it confused with the JPL, the JPL instead of the JSL, because the JPL is the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And so when I heard of Karen's like, what are you talking about, Rob? Yeah. But I was a big space nerd growing up. I love that. And so every time I saw like JSL, that sounds NASA. But it's not. It's not NASA. It's a really awesome organization of women giving back to the community. Give us a little rundown of the Huntsville Junior Service League and what you guys really do.
So we've been here since 1975 was from when we were founded. And mainly our biggest project that we do, most people see it, is we bring our food truck that comes out to Huntsville Church of Christ every other month. And normally we serve 200 to 300 families through that every time it comes. And then not only that, we love to help other organizations. That's a big calling for us. Whether it's somebody needs help with a silent auction for desserts. I have ladies that love to bake. And we also do where we'll volunteer at the events. Our big thing going on right now is the Say Yes to the Dress, where Huntsville High School girls actually get 3 days this year, which is amazing. Thank you to Matt and Mr. Trevino that have allowed us to be there for 3 days and let the girls come through and they pick prom dresses, jewelry, shoes. It's huge, and they're so blessed by that. And the community is huge and outpouring to us, and they donate dresses to us. We'll still take dresses. You can drop them off at Sweet Caroline's. You can go to Salon ADK, and we just take them and we go through them, and we just allow the girls to come pick them up. And then we either will take jewelry and shoes donations, or a lot of times we'll go buy them, just so that way they have something to go with it. And other places have partnered with us too, and whether it's a tan or nails or something like that. And so that's happening 3 days. The next one is the 18th of April. And so, but our goal ultimately is, how do we give back to Huntsville? Yeah. We are women that just like to serve, like to, whether it is, like I said, we're going to make you a baked good, or we're going to come help you at your event, or we're going to give food to the community, give dresses. I mean, it's just anything we can come up with, and we're always searching for new ideas. So anything in the community that people would like to see us help with, that's what our goal is. Love it. We just had Irma, by the way. There was some waving and honking. Irma Dowden drives by and honks at us every morning. Yes. And if we miss that honk, that's kind of an omen that it may not be a great day. Uh-oh. It's very superstitious here on the show, by the way. So thank you, Irma, for driving by and honking at us. I wanted to give Bridget an opportunity just to talk about your involvement with the JSL, from someone that's been a part of this community for a very short time.
For a hot minute.
Very, very short time. I don't want to say very long time because, then we'll start getting into trouble with aging. And so I like to say you guys have just turned 29, so very short time here in Huntsville. I don't want to talk about what happened to me on Monday. It was a birthday. I'm not happy about this next, what do you call it? The next, what's every 10 years? What's that called? Decade, yeah, the next decade of my life. But, hey, it's all good. But, Bridget, tell us about your involvement, how you got connected to the Junior Service League.
Well, growing up in Huntsville, a lot of my role models were women who were in Junior Service League, folks like Pat Tracy and Jane Monday. And, those folks, many of my role models were actually founders of the Huntsville Junior Service League. I moved away when I went to college, and was active in the junior league in Collin County and in Arlington and Austin. When I came home, excuse me, I'm never going to get over these allergies. That was the trade-off for coming home.
Yeah, that's all right.
But when I came back home, I became active here in the Huntsville Junior Service League. So this is my first year. But that's how I connected with it, was just growing up knowing that people I looked up to were active in the organization here.
Yeah, we want to encourage this morning, any ladies out there that are saying, hey, they want to get involved, they want to be active, because it is a women organization, correct? Mm-hmm. Just like the Huntsville Newcomers Group. I didn't know that existed. Elkins Lake has like a newcomers breakfast, but there's actually a Huntsville Newcomers organization. There's like 160 women in this organization. It's really cool. I didn't even know they existed. So we're going to have them talk about, but maybe there's some collaboration that y'all could have. I'm sure that they would, because they want to serve organizations as well. So, but I think it's so great. Maybe there's someone this morning, Sandee, that's saying, you know what, I'd love to get involved with the JSL. What do they have to do? Kind of walk us through that process.
So actually our enrollment is coming up. So our year kind of ends as far as formal meetings in May, and then in the summer is when we kick off for new members. And so if you would like to be involved, I encourage you to go online to our Facebook page and just send in an inquiry. Send an inquiry about yourself, and then we can help you connect with other members and stuff like that. And then all we do is just ask that you'll give us a reason why you want to serve. What makes you want to join us? And that's really, and most people, it's just a passion. It's just a passion to meet others that have the same, driven service that they have. And so, yeah, we would absolutely love a fantastic provisional class is what we call it. And it kind of kicks off in September. So over this next couple months is when we will take applications to join. And main reason we're here is because of the provisional class, and they have put together the Women's Health Fair. So if you want to be a part of something that can make a difference next year, please join the provisional class, send us in your information, and we will gladly connect with you with a member or even myself to tell you more about it, kind of what the requirements are. But we welcome ladies that want to come and serve and be a part of a bigger picture.
Well, this is a good segue into, one of the main reasons we wanted to have y'all on today, and Bridget brought this to our attention, and we really appreciate it, Bridget, is the Women's Health Fair coming up just 5 days away, this Saturday on April the 20th. Let us know a little bit about this event and kind of what's in the works and who's it open to.
So it's actually, we got to give credit to our little provisional class. There's 3 ladies. Bridget's one, Sarah Steele is one, and Lindsay Gibson. And every one of them, they're involved in like health. And so they decided to put together a women's health fair. And it is absolutely a phenomenal opportunity for women to come. We will have fantastic speakers that are going to just talk about different things. We've had awesome sponsors. It's happening at First United Methodist Church, and they have opened their doors to us to come in. And we have Roger Stein Chiropractic, Genesis Medical Group, Kelsey Siebold, Huntsville Memorial, Independent Urgent Care, the Safe House, SHSU Student Health Services, the SHSU Jack Staggs Counseling Clinic, and Texas Health and Human Services have all partnered with us to put on a fantastic event that these 3 ladies have put together on their own. And they have speakers lined up. We have door prizes lined up. But really to come through and just get information, get your blood pressure checked and stuff like that. So it is free. Please come. It is open all day. We're going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's going to go till 4 o'clock. And please come by. Make this event, show them how much you appreciate them putting this together. When we used to have food truck, we'd have people come and sit out there and do blood pressure checks and stuff. It's really something people need to have done, but you don't necessarily have to make a doctor's appointment. You just want to be able to walk in. And so come walk in and do it. And so, like I said, and come listen to some amazing doctors and nurse practitioners speak about women's health.
I heard through the radar there's going to be some folks there greeting people. Now, one of those people you definitely don't want to, you just want to walk right past that guy. But the rest of them, you want to give them a hug and shake their hand, right? So that's pretty cool that y'all are doing this.
Are you referring to yourself?
No, I don't ever do that.
Maybe. So yes, we do have what we're going to call celebrity greeters that are going to come. And so Clint from Wiesner, Rob has graciously agreed to join us. Andy Graves from Heritage Oaks, Trey Wharton's going to be there. Mac Woodward, Russell Humphrey, Bill Doggett, Joe Bose, and John Kristanek are all going to be our celebrity greeters. So we really appreciate them as well to come and take time out of their day to help us. And so if you'd like to come by and harass any of those, please come on by.
And this is something I love about Huntsville. When I was the one who got to make the calls to invite people to be celebrity greeters, and I had made, I think, 3 or 4 calls, and my phone rang, and one of the gentlemen called and said, "Hey, what's this thing so-and-so's doing? How come you didn't call me?" And I mean, I just love that about Huntsville. People find out that there's a chance to help, and it's not, don't answer the phone. It's call and say, "Wait, how come you didn't invite me to stand out in the heat on a Saturday morning?" So, and I said, "You're the first person I called, but you didn't answer." Oh yeah, sorry, I was in a meeting.
Well, it's like we do on the show. If you don't answer, you don't win. So, know, if you don't answer when we call you, don't win. Well, it's good. It's great, though, and thank y'all so much, for not just reaching out to me, obviously, but so many great folks are going to be there helping to make this happen, and we're just a very minuscule part of what this event is about. I mean, this is about women checking their health, making sure that they're you talk about blood pressure, and I'm 40 now, and some people laugh and say,
"Oh my goodness, 40?
You're young," and see everybody's
40.
laughing. Michelle though looks at me like she's like, "Mr. Hibb, you're over the hill." She like, I can't show you the card she got me, but it was pretty. Actually, you know what? I can show you the card here. It says basically, hey, that's
dang.
That's a lot of candles she got me. So, but then she got me a funny card, but then she also got me a serious card too. So I appreciate it, Michelle. But seriously though, heart disease is. It affects so many women, and on my mom's side of the family, unfortunately, there's been a lot of heart attacks. And so now that I'm really concerned about that because all my great uncles had heart attacks. Several of them passed away from it. My grandmother had 3 heart attacks. She had the first 2, and she didn't even go to the hospital. Wow. It was a miracle she survived. And whenever, and I remember, as a child, you say really dumb things. And I
do that as an adult.
Yeah. I think as we get older, maybe it even gets worse. But I'll never forget, as a child, I was with my grandmother one day, and as young children always ask their parents, "Are you going to die?" I mean, that's just or their grandparents. Not in a mean way, but you don't want to lose somebody that you're close to. And I remember specifically asking my grandmother, "Nanny, are you going to pass away?" And her response was, she goes, "I'm too mean to die." Well, she was, because she made it through 2 heart attacks, didn't even go to the hospital, and the third one she finally went. She was laying down in the kind of the hallway of her home, or in the dining room, and she finally called my mom, says, "Shirley, I think y'all need to come get me. There's something going on." The first 2, she thought it was heartburn over the last year. The reason they detected the other 2 is because when they went in on the third, they saw scar tissue and and they said, "Miss Kimbrough, have you ever had pain before?" She goes, "Oh yeah, it's just real bad indigestion." I go, "No, you've had 2 heart attacks. It's a miracle you're alive." And I remember she told me on that third one, she looked over and grabbed my arm. She goes, "I told you I was too mean to die." And she did not pass away from a heart attack. She passed away, we believe, just from natural causes in her mid-90s. But the seriousness of this is a major silent killer, and getting your blood pressure checked is one of those early indicators that there may be something going on. So maybe kind of highlight that a little bit more and how important it is for women to come out to this health fair.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing about it is, like I said, a lot of times we are constantly put off, need to go to the doctor, maybe something's wrong, maybe an underlying, something that a simple, let's have your blood pressure checked, let's do this, or let's do easy, but we put it off. But if you can just walk in and talk to some doctors that are going to be there, nurse practitioners that are going to be there, pick up a lovely swag bag. Not only you're going to get something for coming, which is awesome. Like, these ladies have they have put a ton of time and effort to help the women of this community to make it easy for you to come through. And maybe you can detect that high blood pressure and then kind of know, hey, I really should follow up with my doctor. Maybe you're looking for a doctor and you'd like to come see who's here. They'll have, like I said, we'll have places set up and doctors that'll come speak. So even things like that, like, it's really They've thought about so many different things, and this event is so important to be successful just for the appreciation of their time and effort, and these doctors that have donated towards it and given us things to put in a swag bag or even to take time out of their day to come speak. So it is very important. There's so many things that they can share their wisdom with that maybe, like I said, you might be one of those that just constantly, I don't have time. But it's real easy. Give us 5 minutes to come through. Or give us, a little bit to come listen to somebody. But mainly, ultimately, end of the day, take care of yourself. Like, you joke about making the next decade, but at the same time, I look at it as a blessing that we've made the next decade.
100%.
So many people don't always make the next decade or the next day. So, but it is, you need doctors in your life to help you some days help combat those things, whether it is the high blood pressure, stuff like that. So we just wanted to open up and have opportunities for y'all to come and make it simple and come through, learn more about it, learn more about women's health, and just come check yourself out.
It is Saturday, April the 20th, the Women's Health Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a come-and-go event, so if you want to sleep in a little bit on Saturday, you don't have to come right at 10. Again, it will last until 4 o'clock, but you do want to try to get there early, though, just because the first 100 people will receive those swag bags. Local experts that Sandee and Bridget talked about, representatives from local nonprofits, just different free and sliding scale healthcare services, too. Cost is a big concern when it comes to healthcare nowadays, and there's going to be folks there to educate you. Maybe you're in a situation, and I get it, we've been there, and where you can't afford good healthcare and you don't know where to go. This event will help point you in the right direction. It's going to take place at the First United Methodist Church, just down the street from us here, and right next to the temporary City Hall building over there, I believe, is where it's located. And so get out there and be a part of this. And men, if you're watching this morning, you know what? Do a favor to your spouse or your significant other and let her know, take her on Saturday. Get up and take her. Take her to breakfast and then take her to the health fair. I think that'd be a great thing. And then stop by Sweet Caroline's afterwards and get her a bouquet of flowers and tell her how much you love her. So then you'll be golden for the next 24 hours. And then you'll be back. Then you'll be back in the doghouse on Sunday. But that's what you got to do. So, well, Sandee, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to highlight? I appreciate y'all being here this morning.
No, I think you touched on it at the end. We went out of our way to try to make sure we had the folks there who provide the free and sliding scale services, because we know everything is so expensive right now, and we don't want people putting off preventive care or testing because of not having insurance, or sometimes you put food on the table instead of taking care of your health, and you just can't afford to put that off too long.
And I want to encourage people, all of us at some point in our lives, or even right now, maybe going through something, and I know that sometimes it's hard to ask for help. I know there's many of us. I'm one of those that I don't like to go out and ask people when I need something. But I've learned as I've gotten older that people want to help you. And in a way, you're kind of taking their joy if they want to help you and you're denying them that opportunity. Right. But maybe you're in a situation this morning financially to where it's like, man, I just can't afford that coverage. And I want to encourage all of you, especially ladies, go to this event, learn more. And there are programs. The reason that they're out there is to help you. And so make sure that you take advantage of these programs. If you need those services, please be a part of this. It's going to be a great event. So awesome. Sandee, thank y'all so much for being here today. Bridget, thanks again. And I'll have your two. Nope, I do not. I gave that to Michelle this morning, so sorry about that. No, just kidding. We have a special presentation, by the way. Bridget Maloney has won some prizes from Good Morning Huntsville. It's really not a special presentation. It was just because she said, "Hey, I'm going to be on the show Monday. Can you bring that to me?" We called Bridget and she won.
You offered.
Yes, I was trying to put her under the bus. I offered to bring it here on the show.
Poor bus.
So it's a Diva Night ticket for Bridget. Yay. So she's going to go out and have some fun coming up here.
So call in. You can really win.
You can really win.
Text.
This is, and look, I even put it in a nice envelope.
You did.
But I misspelled Elkins, our mailing address, and it
Elan's
says
Lake.
Elan's Lake. So it's a new neighborhood, Elan's Lake here in Huntsville. It's coming
when you
soon.
really don't want Bridget to find you.
Yeah, you used to be Elan's Lake. So there you go. Well, we'll take a break. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all are always friends of this program and welcome anytime. And again, a big thank you to Walker County Federal Credit Union for being here with us on Monday. We would not be able to have guests such as you guys without the generous support of our foundation sponsors,
thanks, Karen.
Such as Walker County Federal. So
this is good coffee.
Yeah, it is. Don't drink that. Should we? I don't like to give away secrets, but we will. This is a storage container. See that? It's not coffee. So, by the way, there you go. And I'm going to ask in 2 weeks what's in this on the show. And if you can remember, look, it's just junk. So all you got to do is say junk. Then you may win something, by the way. So we'll take a break. We got more to come here as Karen rejoins us on the other side. Keyword, by the way. Bridget, what is that keyword?
Happy.
Happy. All you got to do is text it in on the old Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. I've got a Cafe Texan gift card.
Sweet.
Coming your way. And if
I
you don't
bring my phone in.
Yeah. Well, you can't see on the day you're on the show, you can't win. It's a bias thing. Now, my wife cheated the system when we were giving away flowers from Sweet Caroline's one day. She called me from my mom's cell phone. So mom was in town. And I don't have my mom's number saved because she never
don't have your mom's number saved.
She never uses her cell phone, hardly at all.
I don't think I'd say that on the air.
I had to admit it. And so what did Bridget do? She texted in, and so I called, and I couldn't deny her so I had to give her the flowers. So anyways, I did it. I would do it anyways.
I don't have my mom's number saved.
I got the home number saved. So
and you hate Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, it's getting bad. We're going to take a break before this show goes off the air. Sponsored by Walker County Federal every single Monday. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band. And he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold. Also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget. And as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Have you heard of Google, Amazon, or Wikipedia? Their founders were all Montessori students. Montessori is the only educational method developed by a doctor using the scientific method for what was best for the child. Come check out our award-winning childcare schools at Tomorrow's Promise. Did you know that 90% of brain development happens the first 5 years of life? Early childhood education is the most important time of life. Come find out what makes us different and why we are now adding a third location. Visit tpms.life for more information. Education you can trust.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Join us at First Baptist Church Huntsville for the exciting return of Wednesday Night Live starting March 6th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. We're offering games, fellowship, a free meal, and Bible study sessions for all ages. Whether you're a child, teen, or adult, there's something for everyone. Adults can enjoy new Bible study classes while the kids engage in fun, faith-based activities. This community event is open to everyone free of charge. Don't miss out on this opportunity for spiritual growth and community connection. To register and for more information, visit fbchuntsville.org.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey, welcome back at it now. I want to be like that guy on that's in those movies with Adam Sandler, the Cajun guy. You know what I'm talking about? And you know what I'm talking. You can't ever
You don't know
understand
what he's
him.
saying. Yeah.
What was that on? It was on like Waterboy. He's in there. I won't repeat some of the stuff he said, but it's pretty funny. So, hey, welcome back. What a great interview, Karen.
Yeah, that was awesome. The Junior Service League does a whole lot, and like I said earlier, they brought desserts for our silent auction for the Go Texan steak dinner that we have every August. And, of course, Sandee said, how many do you need? And I said, well, as many as you can get. So we ended up with about 30-something desserts. So it was awesome.
That's great. Yeah. Well, I just, again, and the reason that we do this, and friends, I don't ever want things to get repetitive on our show. We want you to continue to engage with us. We're really are working hard behind the scenes to always have engaging content, but we want to highlight what's happening here in Huntsville. And these organizations are so important because, I mean, Karen, you've been here, you've grown up here, you know how it is. Everybody literally wants to help everybody. Mm-hmm. And maybe the inspiration this morning is, and ignore all of the negativity, because it's so easy to get on a group on Facebook or see something on an Instagram reel or read something in a paper or, see a comment somewhere. And I'm not saying this against any organization, because organizations have to report the news. They have to do things, but just
focus on what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you maximizing your time every day? Are you giving the energy towards the 1% that's against you? Or are you allowing the 99% that are for you to help carry you to the next level?
Exactly. Sometimes you just have to know when to walk away or scroll on by. Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff some of that is just people that are uninformed. So ask around and find out before just you make assumptions maybe, and
I want to
try to see how you can be part of the solution.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that. You just brought up something, Karen, and I'm not saying this because you're on council. But, well, number one, let's go back to something real quick, because Mayor was like, wait a minute.
Yes.
We were talking about
the Mayor's Ball coming up April the 27th at the Vintage right around the corner here. So you can go online and buy your tickets there. It's going to be a fun night.
We made a comment. We were joking about government. Well, we were talking about national government, not local government, Mayor Humphrey.
Yes.
So, but I did want to say this morning. Somebody had put, I can't believe that they mowed down all the flowers, and people were upset about that.
So they failed to read the other post that said that they were going to reseed, and
that's what I was going to mention. And huge kudos to the city.
Yes,
because a lot of that stuff, it's just, it happens, and it's like, sorry, this happened, whatever. But the city saw that, and they said, you know what, we want to make this right.
Right,
things happen.
It was an oops, and we all have those.
People make mistakes, and guess what? Organizations make mistakes too.
Absolutely.
But our city here, I'm going to tell you what, if you ever get a chance, go to a council meeting. What I love about our city council, and you're on that, and many others are involved, you can literally go up and talk to people and say hi to them.
Oh, of course, yes.
There's been city councils that I've like in other communities, and I'm not saying this in one particular community, and not here, but other places where I've went to meetings, and as soon as it's over, it's like they bail, and it's like, you don't talk to me. I'm sitting up here on the dais.
Yeah. We're still there. Come talk to us, call us. You can call your ward member, or actually, we serve all citizens, so you can call any member on council that you're comfortable with, and if you've got questions or concerns, let us know, because if we don't know, we don't know.
Yeah. So just be positive. That is the inspiration today for you, is focus on the positive things. And the reason I mentioned all that is because we have such great groups like the Junior Service League that's doing such incredible positive work here in our community. I talk about Michelle a lot. She's a LEAP ambassador that helps us here on Hello Huntsville. That's a positive part of the university. There's so many positive things that are going on throughout organizations. When I go to Mayflower and I buy my chicken salad sandwich,
yes,
the lady and the husband over there that run that, they're so nice.
Yeah,
that's a
sweet.
Positive of Huntsville.
Yes, it is.
When I go to Donutville and I get kolaches and donuts, the ladies that are in there are so nice. That's a positive of Huntsville.
Yep.
When you're at McDonald's and the lady in front of you in a big dually truck who happens to be a director of some museum here in town that's very well known, they say, hey, that lady wanted to buy your breakfast, but you already paid for it. That's the positive of Huntsville.
Yes.
So I stole her joy, by the way, one morning
because
I buy on the app.
Gotcha.
But we are here again. Welcome back at it on Monday with our friends from Walker County Federal Credit Union. Karen Denman is here. Karen, what's new at the credit union? I know you guys, I don't ever want to say it's like business as usual, but it kind of is. Y'all are staying busy.
Business as usual. Yeah, we were doing some business lending, some land loans. If you need to refinance, if you need a signature loan, we also offer credit cards. Whatever you need, we can probably help you. If not, we'll point you in the right direction.
Karen, I don't want to put you on the spot, although I do that quite a bit, right?
You do. Thanks.
We won't get into the nuts and bolts of it, but you did bring up something. Bridget and I one day want to purchase land, and maybe can you give us a little bit of insight of maybe how that process kind of works? If you're driving by and you see 10 acre of land and it says, hey, call this number, and then you got to figure out how to get a loan. Can you maybe walk us through a little bit of that?
Well, yes, Denise is our land loan and our business lending specialist. But yeah, if you'll just give her a call, there's a different application for the land. Of course, we'll need to know what you're buying and, get the contract and all of that. But Denise can walk you through that process better because I just do the consumer side. But we can certainly help you out if you need a land loan.
Yeah, and that's something that people are, there's a lot of land for sale. It's funny, you drive out, and especially here in Texas. I heard a stat the other day that says you can take every single thing in the world and put it in the state of Texas. Now you'd be pretty cramped, but you could. That's how big Texas is.
It is big,
and that's how much land is still out there. And so, I've been a big fan of if you have the means to do so, get land and hold on to it because it's only going to increase in value. I'm not a financial expert. Full disclaimer, I'm not a real estate person, but I did want to throw that out there because any time that I've invested in the small property that I've had, our house in Georgetown, I look at it like you're putting money into a bank account.
That's
in a
true.
way.
Yeah.
If you rent, and there's nothing wrong with renting. Sometimes you're in a position in your life where you have to rent, but that money doesn't come back to you. When you're able to put money into something, I'll never forget, Karen, when I was like 21, and this guy told me, it's a bad idea you're getting a house this young. But that was the 1%. The 99 others were like...
Exactly, yeah.
And I told him, I was like, it's going to be really tough financially, but I was right at that threshold of being able to do it. And that one guy, I think it's just going to... That was the single best financial decision I ever made was buying a home. Because 15 years later, that thing quadrupled in value.
Yep.
And we were able to pay off debt. And, now I'm like, man, it would be nice to sell our house we have now so I can pay off more debt. So, but anyways, I brought all that up because Walker County Federal can help take care of all of that. Some other events that are coming up. This crawfish boil, can you tell us about it?
Yes. May the 4th is our annual, this is the 30th year, so our theme is Dirty 30. Crawfish boil. We'll have some other things as well. Fried fish. Big E's is doing the crawfish. We still have some tables for sale. We're only selling tables of 8, $300. If you have 8 friends, divide that all up, $37.50 a person for all you can eat crawfish is a pretty dang good deal, all things considered. It is BYOB. Doors open at 5. We will stop serving food at 7. We're going to have a live band, a silent auction. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Come on out. If you own a business or if you'd like to underwrite or sponsor a silent auction item, I would love to hear from you. Give me a call. Call me at the credit union. You can send me a text if you've got my cell. we'd appreciate any auction items that anyone can donate.
And BYOB means bring your booty. No.
And booze.
Yeah, and booze. All right. Well, there it is. A lot of fun. You know, can I say something that may be like hurtful here in this community or in East Texas or in Louisiana? You know, I'm not a fan of, I love crawfish. I love it, but I'm just not a fan of picking through them to get to it.
Yeah, well, that's just part of it.
Can you get them that are already like scraped out of there?
We're not going to do that for you, Rob. I'm sorry.
Do you eat the head of the crawfish? Do you know people that do that?
Yeah, but I don't. No, I don't.
Is there flavor in that thing?
They're supposed to be full of flavor.
You know, we went to the fly-in. It was awesome. Appreciate Greg and, you know, all of his folks. It's just wonderful. We went to that out at New Waverly this past year for right before Easter, and I'm sitting there and I was like, you know, I've been to a crawfish boil before, but I don't, for some reason, I just never like thought about digging into it. And this was the one time, I guess, because I have children now, and Braylon loved it. She's holding up a crawfish and she's all happy. But I started thinking, those things, it just takes so long, and it's only a little piece of meat, right?
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of work to eat crawfish, but they're so good.
Have you ever like been a part of actually getting the crawfish?
Mm-hmm.
What is that like? Like when you go to get, I'm talking about like out of the
buy them live. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We used to have a crawfish boil for my daughter's birthday every year. So, yeah.
I'm just, you know, I'm thinking like, man, that's a lot of work, but they are good though.
They are good.
Somebody's gonna message me later and be like, dude, get out of here, man, if you're gonna be talking bad about crawfish, because I'm not. I like it. It's just the painstaking process of.
Well, and if they're cooked right and everything, you can peel them pretty easy. You know, you can. There's a technique to doing that. So as long as you got the technique down, you can get through them pretty fast.
I was trying to find a photo real quick before. This is why I'm kind of rambling on here. I'm getting close to it. I'm getting close. I feel it. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, hold on. Have you seen this one yet, Karen?
Mm-mm.
I got to show this. You know how I am. I got to show it.
She's so cute.
I have to show it. Come on. Let's see. Share this tab. I'm trying to do all this. By the way, if you're on Spirit Radio FM, welcome in this morning. I forgot to acknowledge everybody joining us on the audio app. You won't be able to see this, but there's my little darling, and she loved holding that thing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, at her age, and I saw that, I'd probably get nervous. I'm glad my child doesn't have the scaredy cat syndrome that I had when I was her age. So there you go. Well, let's head over to the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. We got a winner today, Karen.
And I wanted to shout out to my mom.
Oh, Joy.
She's watching.
Joy's here?
Yeah.
There she is. Hi, Joy.
Hi. Hi, Mama.
The key word 1 week was joy.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
And it was
in honor of my mom.
In honor of Karen Denman's mama.
Yep.
So, hello, Mama Joy. Good to see you. Bringing the joy on the show this morning. Jennifer, Gus, and Eddie, too, saying hello. She says it's a marvelous Monday. Y'all have a blessed week. Oh, your mom. Yes. I knew I had somebody out there. Your mom says, I'm with you, Rob. No crawfish.
No, my mom doesn't like them.
But Karen's mama, Miss Joy, do you like if they're already stripped and like you could just eat it with a fork, just the meat? Look at
Michelle's like a fork. You don't eat crawfish with a fork.
Michelle's so angry over here. Okay, if the meat was on the plate and you still could eat it, you don't have to use a fork. Then would your mom like it, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know that she would or not. She used to come sometimes to the crawfish bowls, and I don't think she ate any of it.
But you know what? The potatoes and the corn is really good.
Yes, they are.
And the crawfish stank. It gets off your hands pretty quick. Mm-hmm. It's not like catfish that stays on you for a week.
Right.
The crawfish actually gets off of you. So, all right. Well, there we go. Let's head over. We got that winner today, Cafe Texan gift card. And here we go, Karen. I don't know what to joke about today. Your phone starts ringing.
Hello?
Yes, who is this?
Hello?
Hello? Who is this?
Phyllis, can I help you?
Yes, it's your old pal here your old buddy here from Good Morning Huntsville. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning. I'm fine.
Well, you won something this morning. You texted in to win.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah, who are we speaking with? I think you're a first-time texter on the show, right?
Yes, I am. I'm Phyllis Dixon.
Oh, well, Phyllis, very nice to have you. How did you find out about us?
From one of my neighbors, I had saw where they texted it, and I'm like, oh wow! So I'm like, oh, I would love to listen to that. So I'll listen every morning now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, well, wonderful. And you're here in Huntsville, Miss Phyllis?
Yes, I'm right outside of Huntsville, close to Riverside.
Well, wonderful. Well, I have to tell you a very brief story. I know 2 other Phyllises, and they are the sweetest ladies in town, and now we know you. So I can officially say that I know 3 Phyllises here in this area.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's a very odd name, but that's great.
Well, it's wonderful. And go ahead.
Love the show.
Well,
love the show.
Well, how did you, did you grow up in this area, Phyllis?
No, actually, I called Pearland Alvin my home area. We moved here about 20 years ago from Conroe and have been here ever since. So we've watched it grow quite a bit.
Well, wonderful. Well, Karen Denman is here from Walker County Federal Credit Union, and she has a question for you.
Miss Phyllis, tell us today what you're thankful for.
Oh, gosh, I'm thankful for my parents and for my children. It's nothing like family. I love my family.
Agree. Well,
Awesome.
Thank you for listening and joining us.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Phyllis. I've got that gift card to Cafe. Have you been to Cafe Texan yet?
Oh, yes, we love it. Yes, we do.
All right, well, we've got a gift card for you, and if you don't mind, you can pick up that gift card Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at First Baptist Church in Huntsville. Will that work for you?
Yes, sir, that sure will. I do appreciate it. God, this is just great. Thank y'all so much.
Well, you bet. Well, thanks again. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and God bless you, Miss Phyllis.
Oh, God, thank you. Yeah, I'm blessed every morning. Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Man, wonderful.
Glad it was a first-time winner. That's awesome.
Yeah. We actually had like 4 numbers that texted in this morning that didn't have a name, and when they don't have a name, we know that those are first-time texters. So
okay.
The old first-time texter right there. So that's great. And she sounded so sweet on the phone. I was joking around, and then I was like, I can't joke with this lady. There's some folks that are just so sweet that you just don't want to joke with them. You know, Miss Phyllis, you were that person. So we didn't want to joke with you too much this morning. So. Well, great things happening. Again, get your bootay to rodeo tonight.
Yes, trivia starts at 6. Get there early.
And when you go to rodeo, literally like BYOB, but not the beverage.
Right.
But bring your own bootay. No, you know what? Bring your bootay and bring somebody else's.
Yeah, bring somebody else's booty.
Yeah, we want to have a big crowd over there at rodeo. Oh, Karen, it's been too much fun this morning. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, look, I say this, friends, because I want you to hear this morning. When we have folks like Karen on this show and our foundation sponsors, please do this community a favor, do us a favor, but most importantly, do them a favor and do business with them. You know, we have Karen Denman with us and Denise and Toy. They come on the show on Mondays. We have Jason with Guardian Defense on Tuesday. Wednesday, it's our friends from Tomorrow's Promise. Thursday, the Color Bar. Friday, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. You hear about these names and these businesses and these individuals every single day on this show. They are investing in this platform to help us highlight the events. When you go to our website, Michelle's done a really awesome job, and I don't say this boastfully, but when you go search for almost anything in Huntsville now, that website's coming up on Google, usually in the top 10 results, and it's because of the hard work that goes on behind the scenes. All of that is made possible because of our foundation sponsors. And so when you're out and about, the next time you're looking saying, hey, I got a new business, I need to set up a bank account. Maybe you have an existing business and you need a bank account. Maybe you have a personal account and you're wanting to move. I'm so stunned, and I don't judge anybody by this, Karen, but I'm so stunned at how many people have. I was talking to somebody the other day, oh, I'm looking for a Wells Fargo ATM. Oh, I'm looking for a Bank of America. You don't need any of that. And I'm not hating on those services. You don't need them. You got Walker County Federal. They're not even a bank. They're a credit union. You're part of a family. You're a member when you join, and you're going to get all the perks. I just got another email the other day. Hey, did you know that you have life insurance? Yes, I did. I know that now. So cool to know that. So please help them out. So that's how we'll end it today. We love you, Huntsville. We'll be back at it. Oh, we may not be at it tomorrow. I need to let Jason know because tomorrow's HLI.
Oh, yeah.
So we may not be back at it tomorrow. Michelle's over there, Mr. Hibb. You need to get organized. See, this is what when you work with Michelle now for like 4 or 5 months.
She keeps you in line.
Michelle starts putting the law down. Like she don't play. So. But we will be back this week. Got a lot happening here, so make sure that you stay locked in. Sign up for our newsletter at HelloHuntsvilleTX.com. That'll do it, Karen.
Okay.
We end every broadcast the same way, but I want you to hear it this morning. Friends, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until tomorrow or Wednesday, we love you, Huntsville. Stay locked in. Good day and God bless. Bye, Karen. Have a great day.
Bye.